Well, folks, I'm out here today. Just like yesterday, I was out scouting. I sat right here. Didn't say anything, but I want to come out here in the morning. This is the day before opening day to listen for birds. I got a ton of birds gobbling right here behind me. They don't sound terribly far off the property line, but they're not super close either. They're not like right there, so. But they're fired up this morning. There's a bunch of gobbling going on this morning. I want to say there's 7 or 8. Well, folks, I didn't film much, but right behind me here, that's the field we killed our birds in last year. And we were trying to decide, tomorrow's opening day, we were trying to decide what to do. Last year, there were just birds all over that field. So we decided, you know what, let's just give that a try, see if we can maybe double up this year, and see what happens. But downside is, that wheatgrass is like super tall, like ungodly tall. So, I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know if they're in it at all. I mean, it's really tall, like tall enough to where they're hidden, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like for birds, they don't like that, but we'll give it a try tomorrow and see how the morning goes. It should be a decent morning for turkey hunting, and hopefully we can at least get Dad a bird, because he's up to bat first, since I already got a couple down, and then if we get 2 in, we'll try to get a double. Opening day, little breakfast. I'll make breakfast, pork roll sausage, taco. Well, folks, opening morning has been really not that great. We went out to that property that you saw put the blind out yesterday. I didn't even really film anything because completely dead, never even heard it gobble. So I'm going now to the property that you saw me scouting at the morning before and had all those gobblers just hammering. It's only 8 o'clock. We're just gonna go there, set up, hang till lunch, and then we're gonna see what happens. So we'll catch you out there. All right, guys. Just got here, made some calls. There's that cool house box blind. There, my camera's right there. Haven't got any birds on it yet, but Dad and I were at our other property and we decided we'd come here and sit for till lunch or so and see what happens. But got our Jake decoy lay down here. We're right behind this big laydown with a bunch of brush. It's a perfect setup. We just gotta get a bird to come in. So hoping one of these longbeards that I heard the other day will come on in here. Alright, guys, this is our third spot. We literally have not had any action, no gobbles, no nothing. So we're at our third property where we've had some good success here, and we're just set up for the evening sit. So we're gonna see how it goes. We talked to our neighbors that we park at, and they said they haven't been seeing many birds, so that's not a good sign. But I did hear birds around this area about a week and a half ago or so when I scouted this just to listen for birds in the morning. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Alright, folks. I'm going to do my intro now because to try to sneak in, get set up, stay quiet, and just getting ready to listen for gobbles. Saw it yesterday, was tough. Only had the one hand in the decoys. Saw a bunch of deer, had those dang geese in the decoys, and yeah, didn't see anything. Have hardly any action. Maybe heard gobbles at our last spot up, and maybe real distant gobbles at like 6:30 in the afternoon, but literally had nothing really good. So today I'm going back to the landowner that just gave me permission last week, where I listened on 2 days ago, or the day before opening day, went out there and listened, heard like 7 or 8 birds. This sounded relatively close because I just got a bird on camera. I'll put it right here. Yesterday at 4 p.m. Now 4 p.m., but it was a lone gobbler, and last time they were all roosted right in that wood patch right next to where the property line is. And the landowner's been saying they're in there. So sure enough, finally got one on, but it was a nice gobbler. So I'm going to go in. The goal is to just call these gobblers right off the roost, hopefully, or get one calling at me and get them to fly my way, because we think they kind of go into those other fields and work their way that way. But they might come into the field right away. I just didn't stay that long yesterday when they were still gobbling. I left because I had to go to work. So we'll see. It might be a really action-packed day. There's rain coming in at 11, so the goal is to try to get this done before the rain comes in. Then it's going to rain till 1, and then it's going to be a break, and then there's going to be more rain in the afternoon. So I don't know how the afternoon is going to go after this if I have to, but hopefully I can just shoot my bird pretty early and be tagged out officially. But stay tuned. We'll see you out there. Well, folks, it's only 7 o'clock. Not even yet. Unfortunately, where I hoped the birds of view would be right in front of me, and I only had a few there, and they were pretty way off here in this timber. It sounded like the closest birds were far directly to my left in this creek bed, and I gave out some loud stuff on my box call note just to make sure they knew I was over here. But now they shut up. They were gobbling nonstop. But I did just hit my crystal call, and I heard one gobble. What sounded like in one of these fields, kind of more left behind that box point. So I don't know if there's one coming in or not, but we're just gonna periodically call, see if one gets fired up here coming in, but not where I was hoping they would be. Alright guys, another update. It's like 7 whatever to now, like almost 8 o'clock. I've periodically heard birds gobbling, like right there, not sounding off. One responded to my call twice, but nothing's happened since. And I periodically hear like one far left, but I think those birds far left are working this way, but they're still in those fields back over there off property. But I just had one fire up to my right, the first one ever to my right. This not that far off the property, kind of behind that box blind. I don't know if he's working his way into this woods, but might be able to pull him off. I gave him the box call a couple times. Just had some deer run through. So they're fired up this morning here. I mean, there's a lot of birds here. I don't know how many birds are here, but I've heard I'd say at least 6 or 7, maybe more. But they're not really close to me yet, but I'm actually kind of thinking if I just hang long enough, I might get lucky and get one to come in here. But I'm really hoping this bird to the right comes up, because he started gobbling late, so I'm hoping he's alone. He's looking, and hopefully he maybe works down this line and comes right in. But we'll see what happens.
Dad, I'm tagged out, and it was the best, most epic footage. I got him strutting in from 100 yards away, and he hit the decoy. He was drumming, spitting, and then he actually bumped the decoy, and I was about to let him mess with it some more, but he headed out, and I just wanted to take him because I had such epic footage.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Where'd he come in from?
Dude, he jumped the fence. You know that big green fence? All of a sudden, I'm hammering, and I'm hearing him, and I finally, like, stop. I let go. Look, curse, they're here. Like, I knew he was going to come out. And all of a sudden, I look ahead, and there he is. He just pops out, and he's right behind the fence. And then he's, like, looking, and I can tell he's trying to get up. And I'm like, dude. And then he hops and up on top of the fence and jumps over, and he just starts coming in strutting.
Wow, nice. Perfect, and you got it all on film.
Oh, all on strutting, drumming, and he's flopping right next to the decoy.
That's fantastic.
Dad,
Nice bird.
I think it's a big one. I don't know.
Today.
Dude, I'm shaking because I'm cold. I had both GoPros running, but I'm like, Charles,
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Great news.
Well, folks, I got the geese coming in. This is absolutely epic. Probably one of my coolest hunts I've ever had. There we go. I just got permission on this property a week ago, and I've been hunting some groundhogs for the landowner, and he's a big head. Oh man, folks, it's a big bird, man. Big. I don't know if that's just monster bird. Actually, he might be big. I've been sitting here, so scouted this out a couple days ago. Sat on this hill, heard birds gobbling here. Got in today, they were gobbling all around, far off. Then I heard some later on this morning. This guy just started firing up right here, and when he fired up, I hammered on him, got in the decoys here, and boom, he hopped that fence as you saw and came right into the decoys, all fired up. Just a beautiful tom, and really nice tom. He's got inch spurs for sure. Really beautiful bird. Great one for a competition, and man, just the coolest footage I've ever gotten on a tom. So look at that full fan. You think he's a 3-year-old for sure, but man, epic hunt, man. I just love turkey hunting. It was your perfect turkey hunt. Came in, gobbling his head off, gobbling all morning. Just that's what I live for. That is, turkey hunting's probably my favorite thing to do, and man, just couldn't be happier, man. Oh, best season of my life probably. Just some cool footage and tough hunting, but got some birds down and tagged out, baby.